Hi, it's Brett the Herbalist, and today we're talking about food cravings. In particular, the cravings we have for addictive foods like sugar, snack foods, junk foods, and that kind of thing. And even addictions to other things can fall into this category, like smoking, drinking, drugs, and that sort of thing as well. It all comes down to the craving centers in the brain and also that feeling of hunger that we get. And quite often it's related to stress, and it can be emotional. So there's a few things we can do to help with cravings and addictions, and one of those things is to keep a stable blood sugar. And the best way to do that is not with sugar itself, but it's with fat. So the body has two main sources of energy. We use sugar and we use fat. And both of those are converted into simple glucose in the body for the cells to burn. But fat lasts 3 times longer. It has 3 times more energy. It's more energy dense. And so when we consume the same quantity of fat, we actually get 3 times the amount of energy. So it burns longer and slower. And so one thing we can do is have really good fats in our diet. And those include things like coconut oil, coconut cream, avocados are particularly good fats, olive oil, and also the fats from fish, especially things like salmon. So lots of good fats, and even nuts. Nuts have some good fats in them as well. And also the key to it is to have a steady drip feed. So when you get a blood sugar low or an energy low, that's when you're inclined to go for the wrong thing. Whether it's an addictive behavior or an addictive eating habit. Sugar addiction is getting to be particularly common. And so what we've done as part of our Herbal Slimming program is we've introduced a product called Satisfed. And what I'm going to do is tell you how that works and what the herbs are in it. So Satisfed is a blend of herbs, and it's also got a mineral in it called chromium. So chromium is well known for helping the whole cycle of insulin control in your body through the pancreas. And we've introduced the herbs Caralluma. So Caralluma it's a cactus, and it grows in India. And interesting thing about cactuses is the cactus has the ability to survive a long time on very little water. As you would know, it sort of survives in the desert. And so the interesting effect that the cactuses have on the body is they help to stabilize the blood sugar. So you don't feel so hungry when your blood sugars are a little bit lower. And also they help the pancreas to control the blood sugar. So the Caralluma is traditionally used in India as a stamina food. So they actually chew on chunks of this Caralluma for long treks and hunts and traditional Indian practice. So that's the Caralluma, and what we've done is we've put enough Caralluma in there to reduce your hunger or your cravings, and it usually takes about half an hour to work. So that's why this product, the Satisfed, is best taken about half an hour before your main meal, so that herb has a chance to kick in and sort of signal the brain that, I don't feel so hungry as I could. And so you tend to eat a little bit less in the evening meal. And the other major herb that we've put in this formula is gymnema. So gymnema is it's a small leafy plant, and what it does is it's very, very, very bitter. And it works on the pancreas and also the craving center in the brain. But largely the pancreas, it helps the pancreas function better. And it helps the cells in the pancreas actually to regenerate. And they have found people with type 2 early stage diabetes that it can actually help the beta cells in the pancreas to regenerate and start functioning normally again. And so one thing we have found with the Satisfed is that people that have got blood sugar issues that may be looking at potentially the doctors prescribing metformin for blood sugar can actually sometimes avoid that medication or even come off that medication over time with using this product. And lastly, I wanted to mention the herb that we've added to this formula recently, in fact the last year, is coleus. So coleus is traditionally used for weight loss. It's a very, very good metabolic stimulant. It helps the cells to burn more energy and more fat. So in effect, it gives you more energy, more stamina. It helps the circulation. And so as a byproduct of all of that, you do feel a little bit less hungry, especially when combined with these other herbs. So Satisfed, what it will do is it'll help you with those addictive habits, including maybe some of the food ideas I mentioned earlier. But the best thing to do with this is to take it I find actually when I take this, I just take 4 of them in the morning, and that seems to work right through the day for me. But if you tend to have a binge time, or in a period where you really go for those wrong foods or those addictive foods, take it half an hour before that, and you'll find it works best. And you can use 2 capsules to start with, and you may need to increase that until you find it's at the working dose for you, that it's actually having that craving reduction. And then over time you can reduce it. So I would experiment with it, start with 2, maybe give that a couple of weeks, see how you feel, and increase it one at a time, week by week, until you find it's really, really working well for you. And then you'll find there's a plateau period, maybe for a month or 2, and then start taking it down. And it should really help with your addictive eating habits and behaviours. And as part of the Ultimate Herbal Slim, you'll find that this product is really good with the other 3 parts of the Herbal Slim. So that's got the thermogenic for energy and fat burning, a cleanser for your colon, and a superfood. And as part of the Ultimate Herbal Slim, it works even better. So yeah, I hope that's been helpful. And yeah, good luck with your curbing your cravings. Thanks for watching.